Lucy!
Emmett!
They took Lucy and the others. Hang on to your fronds, Planty. Asteroids!
The Lego Movie 2 is directed by Mike Mitchell and it stars Chris Pratt, Elizabeth Banks, Nick Offerman, Alison Brie, Will Arnett, Stephanie Beatriz, and Tiffany Haddish. The Lego Movie 2 takes place 5 years after the events of the first Lego Movie. Bricksburg is destroyed. It's now an apocalypseburg, and that's what they call it. And this alien comes down, kidnaps Wild Style, Batman, Unikitty, the Space Metalbeard, and Betty the Spaceman, and takes them off to a new strange planet. And Emmett decides, hey, I'm gonna go save my friends. So he goes to go save his friends. Might I say this, I never reviewed the Lego Movie, but the first one's actually pretty fantastic. Plainly put, it's fantastic. And you know, it should be recognized for how fantastic it actually is. This sequel, I mean, it's fine, it's good, it's solid, it's not as good as the first one. It's a little bit disappointing, to be honest. But also, I feel like the disappointment started at the very beginning when you find out that Phil Lord and Chris Miller didn't direct this one, which is fine. Too busy not directing Solo, I guess. Starting off with the positives, the animation once again for the Lego Movie, it's unique in the way that the characters move like you're actually playing with Lego, and it looks awesome and visually fantastic and pretty great. It looks good. The voice work from everyone does a really good job. Chris Pratt as Emmett doesn't really add that much, but he does get to play a new character, Rex Dangerous, galaxy defending archaeologist, cowboy, and raptor trainer, which is very funny. It's a really good meta joke. The meta jokes here work incredibly well. Phil Lord and Chris Miller's script, the way they work in the meta-ness of the film, as well as just jokes, it's very smartly written, although to an extent the way the jokes are made, and for maybe like 2/3 of the movie. Of course, towards the end of the movie, the plot does get incredibly, you know, muddled, becomes very hard to follow towards the beginning of the third act, and because you get lost, confused, and it's just very, like, you know, hard in the way it's told, to understand the way it's told. The third act drags out for ages. The final climax feels like it goes on, and it does not stop. Well, not that it does not stop. It just drags on and on to the point where it's just like, alright, I'm really actually getting a little bit bored of this movie, of these characters, which in the first movie I loved all the way through, but here it's just kind of like, can we please just carry on? You know? And that's probably the biggest problem with the movie, is that towards the end of the movie, you get bored. Again, I got pretty confused, especially with this element that, you know, it's very, you know, it's foreshadowed well earlier in the movie, but it just comes off as really confusing as to why it should even be there. And the original songs as well, some are good, some are bad. I mean, like, I don't think that there will be, you know, an Academy Award nomination for the Lego Movie 2 for its best animated, you know, for best original song, nor do I actually think it'll get the nomination for best animated feature. If the first one didn't get nominated, the sequel definitely won't. Some of the action sequences, they're fun to watch. I enjoyed the characters for the most part. It wasn't really until like the end of the movie that I got lost, confused, and bored, and I ended up coming out of the movie, you know, very disappointed, I guess, because you have these expectations going through, and because the bad stuff really happens towards the end of the movie, you just leave the movie going, oh, well, that's a little bit bad. So I would say that the Lego Movie 2 is one and done. Have you seen the Lego Movie 2? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to become one of the Platypus, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye. Well done, you made it to the end of the video. Why don't you click on one of these 2 videos for more content, or subscribe, so just to be reminded of when I upload. So, you know, subscribe. That'd be great.